He wasn't perfect, and we all know you can be the greatest person in history, but one altercation can tarnish your legacy. Some men don't learn their lesson with a celebrity status, and the few get the message the first time, dedicating themselves into restoring their image. One man in recent times has done this behind the scenes without hunting for admirations. He was a poet using his God-given talents to prove not only his worth, but also prove he got the message, apologizing to those he's hurt. After his death, some say he didn't help the black community. As I see it, naturally good people too don't need to brag about doing the right thing for recognition. Let me explain. He was the official ambassador for After School All Stars, a national children charity that provides after-school programs to 72,000 inner-city kids. Charities and foundations he supported: the following charities listed: 1. After School All Stars. 2. AIDS Still Required. 3. Kathy's Kids Foundation. 4. Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation. 5. Make-A-Wish Foundation. 6. Stand Up to Cancer. 7. VJ Right Foundation. Over the last 20 years, he has granted more than 250 wishes of children battling life-threatening illnesses through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The foundation's Facebook page called Bryant an amazing wish granter who has brought countless smiles to our wish kids and their families. These random acts of kindness are listed in places the masses have access to, but never used unless tragedy or proving a point is needed: the almighty search bar. The legal case is also available for everyone to see, but people still refuse to use public documents at their fingertips, because reading is too hard nowadays. So let's go back to the day when he met a young lady who came forward with the allegations against him. In July 2003, when the news media reported that the sheriff's office in Eagle, Colorado, had arrested professional basketball player Kobe Bryant in connection with an investigation of a sexual assault complaint filed by a 19-year-old hotel employee. Bryant had checked into the Lodge and Spa at Cordillera, a hotel in Edwards, Colorado, on June 30 inches advance of having surgery near there on July 2 under Richard Stedman. The woman accused Bryant of raping her in this hotel room on July 1. She filed a police report and authorities questioned Bryant about bruising on the accuser's neck. Bryant admitted to a sexual encounter with his accuser but insisted the sex was consensual. The case was dropped after Bryant's accuser refused to testify in the case. A separate civil suit was later filed against Bryant by the woman. This was settled out of court and included Bryant publicly apologizing to his accuser, the public and family, while denying the allegations. Eagle County Sheriff investigators first confronted Bryant with the sexual assault accusation on July 2. During the July 2003 interview with investigators, Bryant initially told investigators that he did not have sexual intercourse with his accuser, a 19-year-old woman who worked at the hotel where Bryant was staying. When the officers told Bryant that she had taken an exam that yielded physical evidence, such as semen, Bryant admitted to having sexual intercourse with her, but stated that the sex was consensual. When asked about bruises on the accuser's neck, Bryant admitted to strangling her during the encounter, stating that he held her from the back around her neck, that strangling during sex was his thing and that he had a pattern of strangling a different sex partner, not his wife, during their recurring sexual encounters. When asked how hard he was holding onto her neck, Bryant stated, "My hands are strong. I don't know." Bryant stated that he assumed consent for sex because of the accuser's body language. Law enforcement officials collected evidence from Bryant and he agreed to submit to a rape test kit and a voluntary lie detector test. On July 4, Sheriff Joe Ho issued an arrest warrant for Bryant. Bryant flew from Los Angeles back to Eagle, Colorado, to surrender to police. He was immediately released on $25,000 bond, and news of the arrest became public 2 days after that. On July 18, the Eagle County District Attorney's Office filed a formal charge against Bryant for sexual assault. If convicted, Bryant faced probation to life in prison. On July 18, after he was formally charged, Bryant held a news conference in which he adamantly denied having raped the woman. He admitted to having an adulterous sexual encounter with her but insisted it was consensual. In December 2003, Pre-trial hearings were conducted to consider motions about the admissibility of evidence. During those hearings, the prosecution accused Bryant's defense team of attacking his accuser's credibility. It was revealed that she wore underpants containing another man's semen and pubic hair to her rape exam the day after the alleged incident. 12. Detective Doug Winters stated that the yellow underwear she wore to her rape exam contained sperm from another man, along with Caucasian pubic hair. Bryant's defense stated that the exam results showed compelling evidence of innocence because the accuser must have had another sexual encounter immediately after the incident. She told investigators that she grabbed dirty underwear by mistake from her laundry basket when she left her home for the examination. On the day she was examined, she said she hadn't showered since the morning of the incident. The examination found evidence of vaginal trauma, which Bryant's defense team claimed was consistent with having sex with multiple partners in 2 days. The evidence recovered by police included the t-shirt that Bryant wore the night of the incident, which had 3 small stains of the accuser's blood on it. The smudge was verified to be the accuser's blood by DNA testing and probably was not menstrual blood because the accuser said she had her period 2 weeks earlier. It was revealed that Bryant leaned the woman over a chair to have sex with her, which allegedly caused the bleeding. This was the sex act in question, as the accuser claims she told Bryant to stop, but he would not, and Bryant claims he stopped after asking if he could ejaculate on her face. Trina McKay, the resort's night auditor, said she saw the accuser as she was leaving to go home, and she did not look or sound as if there had been any problem. However, Bobby Petrak, the accuser's high school friend and a bellman at the resort, said she appeared to be very upset, and told me that Kobe Bryant had forced sex with her. A few weeks before the trial was scheduled to begin, the accuser wrote a letter to state investigator Jerry Sandberg clarifying some details of her first interview by Colorado police. She wrote, "I told Detective Winters that on that morning while leaving I had car troubles. That was not true. When I called in late to work that day, that was the reason I gave my boss for being late. In all reality, I had simply overslept. I told Detective Winters that Mr. Bryant had made me stay in the room and wash my face. While I was held against my will in that room, I was not forced to wash my face. I did not wash my face. Instead, I stopped at the mirror by the elevator on that floor to clean my face up. I am extremely disappointed in myself and also very sorry to anyone misled by that mix-up of information. I said what I said because I felt that Detective Winters did not believe what had happened to me." Bryant's defense lawyer Pamela Mackey asserted that the accuser was taking an antipsychotic drug for the treatment of schizophrenia at the time of the incident. Lindsay McKinney, who lived with the accuser, said the woman twice tried to kill herself at school by overdosing on sleeping pills. Before the alleged incident, the accuser, an aspiring singer, tried out for the television show American Idol with the song Forgive by Rebecca Lynn Howard, but failed to advance. In addition to the woman's moral character and reputation being challenged by Bryant's defense lawyer, she received death threats and hate mail 18, and her identity was leaked multiple times. On September 1, 2004, Eagle County District Judge Terry Ruckriegel dismissed the charges against Bryant, after prosecutors spent more than $200,000 preparing for trial, because his accuser informed them that she was unwilling to testify. On the same day that the criminal case was dismissed, Bryant issued the following statement through his attorney: "First, I want to apologize directly to the young woman involved in this incident. I want to apologize to her for my behavior that night and for the consequences she has suffered in the past year. Although this year has been incredibly difficult for me personally, I can only imagine the pain she has had to endure. I also want to apologize to her parents and family members, and to my family and friends and supporters, and to the citizens of Eagle, Colorado. I also want to make it clear that I do not question the motives of this young woman. No money has been paid to this woman. She has agreed that this statement will not be used against me in the civil case. Although I truly believe this encounter between us was consensual, I recognize now that she did not and does not view this incident the same way I did." After months of reviewing discovery, listening to her attorney, and even her testimony in person, I now understand how she feels that she did not consent to this encounter. I issue the statement today fully aware that while one part of this case ends today, another remains. I understand that the civil case against me will go forward. That part of this case will be decided by and between the parties directly involved in the incident and will no longer be a financial or emotional drain on the citizens of the state of Colorado. The accuser lied about some actions, and refused to testify, which is why Kobe isn't in jail. Kobe took it upon himself to make above and beyond apology to those with little to no involvement. Kobe has earned all the respect given to him, meanwhile his own race dislike him for the most petty reasons. Sadly, it's expected from the majority of his race who aren't intelligent enough to realize black people are the oppressors they speak so highly of. If white people so racist, why are white grown men, billionaires at that, shedding tears over a black man, not only that retire a NBA jersey number 24 on a team he never on? That's love and respect. Also, there was a racist white oppressor who made a portrait in this front lawn of a black man, Kobe, in this front yard using GPS. That's love and respect, something rarely seen in the black community. I see why black celebrities want to be classified as Americans of African American. Something is wrong with most of our race mental stability. In truth, people want to see stories of beating the odds, from starting at the bottom of the crab bucket, and sacrificing limbs to get to the top, showing everyone with hard work you can get there as well. Just remember, respect doesn't go both ways. Respect is earned, not given. Ms. Disney. Kobe earned that praise and admiration he's receiving from an outpour of fans. While Kobe was conditioning himself for greatness, you were sitting behind a computer screen conditioning yourself for your birthright with little to no effort. Oh, I forgot, Ms. Disney, about your filmmaking career where the majority ends up on Netflix. And Ms. Reporter, you're not worth mentioning a second time until you get a Wikipedia at least. One thing, Ms. Disney, yes, Kobe isn't a god, and those 2 theme parks given to you aren't the most magical place in the world, since it's a in-house motto. So in the words of the great Eminem from Kobe Beyond the Grave,
just leave my dick in your mouth and keep my daughter outie.
Mamba out.
Oprah is defending her friend Gayle King over this interview Gayle did with WNBA player Lisa Leslie, during which she asked Leslie about Kobe Bryant and his 2003 rape case. Now, Oprah is speaking candidly, tearfully actually, defending her. Watch.
She is not doing well. May I say she is not? She is not doing well because she has now death threats.
You wanted to be the hero.